pick a winner from that list. Okay, so let's see if I can share my screen real quick. Bear with me, guys. All right. Martina, can you see my screen? Or Indamo, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to hit the pick a random name button. And let's see if we can get a winner. Let me scroll down, see who it picked. The winner is Jean Maelstrom and her sponsor, William Maelstrom. So Jean Maelstrom and William Maelstrom, you guys just won $500 each. This will be deposited into your commission account first thing tomorrow morning. So you will see that there. And we are so excited for you. You are our first winner of our MWR Financial 2020 Grand Finale promotion. So Jean Maelstrom and William Maelstrom, congratulations, guys. You are the winners. All right, so let me see if I can get rid of this. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go back. Okay, you can see me. I can see me myself. But hey, guys, that's what I was here to do. We're excited about this promotion. Look forward to you being able to get this information tonight, and excited about what you get to see. I'm going to say one thing. I love promotions, but there's one thing that you're going to love about this company, and especially with what you see tonight. Regardless of whether you win a drawing or not, anybody that gets involved with our company can't lose. You cannot lose. All you can do is win. And so with that said, I'm going to turn it over to our president of Field Leadership Development. He is going to introduce our presenter for tonight, or presenters. And so Indamo Tolson, Grizzly Adams, aka Grizzly Adams, it's all yours, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay. Also, Uncle Phil, I get them all.
Uncle Phil, there you go.
Right. Well, I am super fired up and excited tonight to introduce you to a gentleman that hails from Tallahassee, Florida. This gentleman is, his background. I'm just going to give you a little bit of his background. His background, he's a college administrator, and he's been that for the last 25 years. But I love the fact that, Brian, you're going to really love this. He is a Hall of Fame college golf coach. And I know how much you love golf, right? He's a college Hall of Fame golf coach. He is look, I got your clubs right there. He has done that. And what I appreciate about him is that his do-it-first leadership style has literally resonated here at MWR Financial, and he's blazed a trail to reach the documented position of an area director, executive area director in our company, which means that he not only leads a team of people, but he's taught other people how to lead teams as well. So he's positioned himself in that level. That's why I can't think of anybody better to be able to share what MWR Financial is all about. But I want you to also know, not only is he a serious person about his business and going out and hitting documented positions in record time, but he is someone that has 100% of the knowledge and facts. That's why he's going to be able to share everything with you. He loves to have fun. And I'm telling you, he loves helping people get money as an issue completely out of the way. And you know what? He is on his way to get flat out paid. So without further ado, let's bring on Mr. Marvin Green Jr. Marvin, welcome to the call, and the call is yours.
Hey, I'm here. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm super excited to be here, to have the CEO, Brian House, on the call, the president, Indamo Tolson. I just thank you guys for having me here this evening. And I'm so excited to be able to share this information, because MWR is a special place. There's some special things happening right now. And we're talking about a serious countdown to financial freedom. For those of you all listening tonight, right now, let the person that invited you out know you're on the call. Text them right now and say, I'm on the call. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. Whatever you're on, say, I'm here. And then I want you to say, stay here. Because we're going to be talking about something called financial freedom, which people don't talk about enough. We don't talk about how we can change our situation. So when you think about this thing, 2020 has been a tough year, as the president said earlier, a very tough year. But even before 2020, there were some things we had some issues with. And I'm not going to do this call by myself. I'm going to bring up my mentor, a gentleman who literally has been blazing trails in this industry since he was 22 years old. Literally over 23 years, he's been in this industry showing people how to succeed and make some serious residual income. But he does it first because he works on mindset. He's one of the best trainers in the industry. He's made millions of dollars in this industry. But more importantly, I think he'll tell you he's helped other people make a ton of money as well. And that's the key. It's one thing for a person to do it for themselves. It's another thing when you got a lot of people that can say they made hundreds of thousands of dollars because I got connected to this guy. This gentleman is the #1 income earner in MWR Financial. He's my mentor, my friend, my buddy, but more importantly, he's going to show you how you can change the situation, or help me show you how you can change the situation. Mr. Brian N. Bean. Brian Bean, are you there?
What's up, Marv? You doing good?
I'm doing great, I can't complain at all. I'm so excited to be here this evening, man.
We're gonna get right into it, man. You're a Hall of Fame coach, and you're all around Hall of Famer just in life, period, man. When people say winning, it's Marvin. Beautiful family, beautiful wife, beautiful daughter, beautiful daughters, beautiful son. Just one heck of a guy, man. I appreciate it. It's my honor to be your co-pilot tonight.
Hey, appreciate it. Well, Brian, here's the deal. We're going to talk about a few things first, and we got to always let people know how we got here, right? Because there's 4 challenges that people deal with. And these are things that people never taught us in school. They say the 2 things that we didn't learn in school that we're going to deal with for the rest of our life is money and relationships. Okay?
That's right.
So I've been married 25 years. Brian never been married. So we ain't going to talk about relationships because me and Brian probably have a whole lot of different bit of information, right? But when we're talking about financial challenges, these are things that people can relate to. But there's 4 things that's kind of taking your money from you and you don't even think about it. 2 of them I'll talk about first. One is inflation.
Right.
Inflation is that silent income killer. You don't even realize that the value of your dollar is going down every day. It was one point where it's like you go to the gas station, you put $20 in, you fill your tank up. Now you put $20 in your tank, nowhere near full. It's because the value of your dollar isn't keeping up. And so that's the thing about it. People are always at their jobs trying to get a 3% raise or increase or whatever the case may be, but the dollar value is losing its value, and you don't really get your bang for your buck. Well, after the pandemic, business owners are really going to show you how you're losing your bang for your buck, because business owners have been closed. Their businesses have been at half capacity, 25% capacity. So when they open back up, guess what? They got to try to recoup that money. So restaurants are saying, well, even when I used to have a full house, this was the price of this meal or that meal. Now that I've been closed, guess what? I had to still pay the rent. I had to still pay for my lights and things like that. It's important that you understand that if you don't do something to kind of keep your money up to pace with the value of the dollar, you're going to lose every day of the week, okay? The second thing is taxes. People don't realize that taxes, we call it the chainsaw massacre. Taxes take out 1/3 of your money right off the top. For those of you on the phone listening, I just want you to hear this, because this is something that's undisputed. Most people lose 1/3 of their income to taxes every 2 weeks, every month, every year. So you think about it and you say, I got a job. I make $50,000 a year. But when you think about it and look at your taxes, you say, man, federal tax, income tax, state tax, I really only bring home $32,000. Well, if I only bring home $32,000, but everything I qualify for, Brian, they qualify me because I said I make 50. So if you're losing 1/3 of your money, you can't win because you're qualifying for stuff on money that you don't even bring home. You see what I'm saying? You're qualifying because they say you make 50, but you're only bringing home 32. How can you get ahead? And then we got those stimulus checks. They came out once and they're trying to get it together and come out again, but eventually we're going to have to pay for those stimulus checks. So like I said, the first 2 challenges, inflation and taxes. The next 2 is debt and big business. Brian, explain to people how debt is kind of, as we say, the family curse, and how it's really messing people up as well.
Yeah, so let's keep it all in perspective, guys. We got a 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, right? We're going to give you 4 challenges. Now we're about to show you how to solve these challenges, but first you need to know how they exist. So when we give you these 3 solutions, they're going to help you hit 2 objectives. And we got one company that's bringing this all together. Never before in history have you had one company that's going to help you overcome everything that's keeping you from being successful. So Marvin's talking about debt. Debt is your 3rd challenge. And I want y'all to write this in your notes. Taxes cause debt. By the time you finish with state taxes, local taxes, federal taxes, ad valorem taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, by the time you finish with all this taxation, you have no money left. So we have to borrow the other, whatever the taxes took, you got to borrow that to get back up to your gross. And that's why your net makes you feel gross. Get it? So my point to you guys is if taxes take the first 1/3 and debt takes the second 1/3, you really only have 1/3 of your income left. And guess what that goes to? That goes to big business. Now, Marvin, I'm an English major, right? I got my degree in English from Morehouse College, graduated in 97, thought I had it going on. So I was not good at math, but this is what I do know. 1/3 in taxes plus 1/3 in debt plus 1/3 going to big business means 3/3. That means 100% of your money is gone. Let me look at everybody out real quick. Martina, take that slide away from me. I want y'all to see this for a second. If you are working for the government first, the bank second, and big business third, how will you ever have enough money to meet your 2 objectives? We're going to tell you what those 2 goals are in a minute. But if you don't understand right now that the big 4 rob you of your wealth, take all your money from you, then we struggle on what's left after they get wealthy. If you don't understand that, you'll never, ever, ever be able to build that legacy that we worked so hard for. So Marvin, I learned this a long time ago. If I'm going to work, I'm not going to be broke.
Right.
Now, if I'm going to be broke, it's because I'm not working. But I'm not going to work and be broke. So we're about to now get into how in the world you can solve these challenges because solutions are being made by companies who are winning. So Marvin, let's break this down. Who's winning and why?
Here's the deal, Brian. People are winning during the pandemic because they provided a solution. You got companies like Amazon, companies like Zoom, Purell. Think about it. Right now, people are shopping online. Even before it came into the holidays, all through the summer. I mean, literally at my house, every single day there was another box out front, right? Because my wife, my kids, they go and shopping on Amazon. Amazon is winning because it provided a solution. Zoom, all of these companies, Microsoft Teams, they decided, you know what? Because we got the workers at home, we still need to have those meetings with people. So Zoom, guess what? Started winning. So, to the tune of $46 billion, Brian. Yeah. Zoom's market capitalization went up to $46 billion. And at the time, there was almost 7 or 8 different airline companies combined, names that you know, Entrust and Fly, that were at about $45 billion. Zoom had outpaced them all. Purell is winning. DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, anybody that's provided a solution is winning during the pandemic. Well, guess what, Brian? We got people here that are winning as well because they found a solution. And we're going to talk about that with the company. But there's some people right now winning to the tune of $5 to $1,000 a day.
That's right.
$5 to $1,000 a day. They're winning. And I know you got some special guests with you because people that don't want to hear what we say, they want to hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Man, let me tell you something. Oh, she brought her on up. I got to give her a big surprise, man. Move that slide out the way so we can see. This young lady broke my record and hit area director in 7 days, man. I'm so excited to have Miss Tina Hills with us tonight. Tina, let's break up the monotony real quick before we show them the solutions. Are we winning and making wealth real? And has this daily pay help you guys? She's a record setter in our business. 7 days to area director. When I sponsored this young lady, I said, if anybody can do it, it's her. And she did it. Miss Tina Hills, what's it like to get paid every day over here?
She's on mute.
Come on mute for me.
Can you hear me okay?
There you go. What you got for me? Daily pay to real?
Absolutely the best compensation plan I have ever seen. I tell you what, I went from $5 a day to $20 a day to $30 a day. And now I'm full speed ahead to $50 a day. I tell you what, Brian, I am flat out excited, and my husband is as well.
So let me ask you a question. We're talking about people that are winning, and we're going to talk about how to get this cash flow from our Financial Edge membership. But Miss Tina, do me a favor. Talk about how simple it is to explain this business. Are we chasing, begging? persuading, following up 50 times, or is it really simple during the pandemic to show people how they can work from home, stay safe, and make money? How simple is it to discuss?
It is very, very simple, Brian. I tell you what, everyone that we have talked to about MWR has been flat out excited because, again, this is a program that helps people change the dynamics of their life. Great credit, great I mean, everything, all, like you said, under one roof, one company. So you just can't beat this at all. You can't.
And how do you know you get paid every single day? What happens? Talk to the brand new people. You making $30 a day, $900 a month. You've been in barely a month and a half.
Yes,
how
sir.
do you get that?
I tell you what, all I ever hear is cha-ching, cha-ching. I can't give you every step to it because all I can tell you is I am getting paid. Okay. I don't know how I did it. All I did was keep my eyes on the prize and listen to you, sir, and we made it happen.
That's right.
All right, let's do it, man. I just wanted to bring her in and show you guys that this daily check is real. Marvin, before we talk about income, let's talk about cash flow.
Yeah, well, the thing about it, Brian, is people think that they have an income problem, but what they really have is a cash flow problem. Because what happens is the money that you make, you don't get a chance to keep long enough, right? And so we're introducing people to a company called MWR Financial and the Financial Edge membership. To the people listening tonight, you heard what Ms. Tina said. We don't have to sell. All we do is share information with people. 78% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck. 80% of the people are overtaxed. Another 80% nearly are paying, you really don't have good credit. And then there's about 90% of people who have problem with debt. So the three things that we talked about earlier, those challenges, 80% of the population has a problem with it. So if you know that 80% of people have a problem with something, all you have to do is expose people to a company that can help them with that problem. It's almost like we used to say, I can either give a person a fish or teach a person to fish. Literally, Brian, what we're doing with MWR is teaching people to fish. We literally, MWR is giving you the pole, they're giving you the bait, they're giving you the worms. All you got to do is go in the ocean. They saying right here, there's fish right here. Because MWR, after we expose people, we're showing people how they can have their own business. Just like McDonald's. McDonald's is based off of 4 core things: burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies. Burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies. Well, MWR is the same way, but you don't have to have $2 million, $200,000, $20,000. You're talking about a one-time startup of $228 and $119 a month. That's $4 a day, Brian, to have the 4 basics of Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. We're going to show you how to minimize. The company does this for you, by the way. Show you how to minimize your taxes. When you minimize your taxes, you bring more money home. The company's going to show you how to help restore your credit. Get that credit score up to 700, 750, 800, and beyond. And guess what? When credit goes up, interest rates and premiums go down. So that means that's more money you're keeping in the house. They have a debt elimination program. They have also something called the bill shredder program, where if you're starting to save on the bills that you pay, be it a cell phone bill or a cable bill, that's more money you're keeping. And then they're going to show you an opportunity to invest with our PRA and our land banking, Brian. So just like we got burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies, MWR has the 4 core of Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max for $228 to start your own business at $4 a day, being able to make some serious money and income by sharing this with other people, just like Ms. Tina talked about. Brian, let them know exactly how our portals look and how those things work, if you don't mind for me.
Yeah, it's real simple. So I want you guys to think about it. The company's a little bit over a year old, right? I mean, we look like a multi-billion-dollar company that's been around for 20 years because of the simplicity that we bring to the table. It looks like a decade or a century-old company, but it's not. The company's less than a year old, and here's some staggering statistics. Number one, over $5 million a month shifted back to our members' pockets. $60 million our first year shifted back from Money Max. Number two, thousands of individuals have increased their credit scores by 50 to 150 points, lowering their interest. Number 3, 13,000 years shaved off of the creditors or the debtors or the collectors game plan and shifted back to us. 13,000 years and a portfolio of over $20 million with Wealth Max. So it's collectively in 1 year, we have several $1 million opportunities or dollars shifted back to our members' pockets. Why? Because we know how to legally, ethically, and morally give the money back to the people who work for it. Do me a favor, type this in the comments. Wherever you are, it's my money.
Right.
So you've been taught to give it away. You've been trained to give it away. You've been told to spend money every single holiday. I'm not Mr. Scrooge, but the fact of the matter is November has Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Brown Thursday, December, Christmas Eve, December 25th, Christmas, 31st, New Year's Eve, 1st, New Year's, 14th, Valentine's Day, March, spring break, April, Easter, May, Mother's Day, June, Father's Day, July, 4th of July, August, back to school, September, Labor Day, October, Halloween. By the time we finish all that shifting to big business, shifting to the government, shifting to the banks, you don't have any money left to invest. And if you're not investing, Marvin, you're not even on the road to wealth. So our point is, all the experts need us to do is upload some documents to a portal, like you see on the screen here. MoneyMax takes your W-4, last year's tax returns, and starts teaching you how to save money in 3 ways, sometimes 4. CreditMax takes your credit reports, you upload your reports, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, and guess what? Your scores start to improve because our experts do all the work. The same thing with Equity Max, the same thing with Wealth Max. So Marvin, it's time for me and you to fade out for a quick second and bring up another young lady who's going to talk about the power of her testimony.
That's right.
I got Ms. Jessica Shuford in the building. Jessica has a powerful testimony about Credit Max. Then I'm going to surprise y'all with somebody who can testify about all the maxes. Miss Jessica, you off mute.
Yes, I am.
How you feel?
I feel good. How you guys feel?
Hey, we're
You're
doing
doing
good.
great.
Y'all doing amazing.
All right, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, Jessica, before we give your amazing results, how hard is it to upload some documents to the platform?
It's not hard at all.
What does it entail? Did you think you were going to have to write 15 million letters? You know, there's a lot of credit, quote unquote, repair companies out there. We're not a credit repair company. I love the fact that this is 15, 20% of what we do, but it is important. Did you have to write 1 million letters and go to the mailbox?
No.
Did you have to check the mail every single day and make sure that you didn't miss the deadline that Experian gave you?
Absolutely not.
Did you have to go to call all your creditors and dispute and argue with them and go back and forth and get stressed?
No.
What's the process to get these portals popped?
It's super, super simple. You upload all 3 of your credit reports, send in a copy of your photo ID and a picture of a piece of mail with the name and address on there. And literally the experts do all of the work. Just as simple.
And what kind of results are you looking at now?
Well, you know, I'm trying to creep up there in the 800s, but I went from a 649 to a 788 in the course of a little bit under 6 months. And I'm currently at a 793. I'm knocking at them 8, so I'm going to get there.
Nice. Nice. Now, Marvin, to a lot of people, that's just a number, right? 640, 7, 8, 7, 9. Jessica, what has that done for your confidence? What has that done? You can teach your children the importance of maintaining credit. How does that make you feel now that your interest rates are going down and you can go get whatever you want and not pay 10 times for it?
It feels amazing because, as you guys know, as your credit score goes up, your interest rates are super, super low. So when you go out and you have to pay for money, you don't have to go out and have these high interest rates.
Right. And Jessica, you know what's scary? Half the stuff on everybody that's watching your credit reports, half of it is illegal. Jessica, tell them, a lot of that stuff that we fear, it shouldn't be on there anyway.
Right.
Exactly.
So when you understand that there are laws out there to protect you guys, Credit Max and our experts who've been doing, here's what I like about it, Jessica. MWR is this little baby. This is my baby, y'all. Okay? 1 year old. But our strategic alliances have been doing their particular business or line of work for 10, 20, 30 years. So you got this baby that's a year old being raised by grandparents who are older and more mature and have a track record for results. Guys, do us a favor. Light up the chat with some of those testimonies. This is all I want you to do. Say before and put your score, and say after and put your score. And let's let all new people know that Jessica's one of 100 who's had her credit scores improved. Jessica, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let us know in the comments what's your before equals and after equals. Mario, that's amazing, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, Brian. And it's really good to hear people have those testimonies because that's what it's about. Even before she told anybody else about the quote unquote business or the opportunity, she's already winning. And that's why, like Mr. House said when he started the call this evening, is that just getting involved with MWR, you're going to win. If you can keep money in your household longer than you used to, you're winning. Now all you got to do is share that with somebody else, and we do it all the time. During this pandemic, I've seen more people talk about what's on Netflix, what's on, all these movies and stuff like that. Think about if you could tell somebody how they can keep their money longer, and then you can win as a product.
Wow, look at these scores, man. You see this 757 to 800. I saw a 6 something to a 7 something. Here's a 620 to a 722. Here, you know what I'm saying? Look at it, 650 to a 782. That's my man Junior from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up?
Quanta Sam 612 to 768. I mean, they just keep going here. Christy Howard 624 to a 788. It's amazing, man. Let me show y'all a serious. What's up, Teresa Tillman? Let me show y'all a serious before and after. Now, what's up, Mr. Hugh Carter? 639 to 731. Now, watch this. Ms. Martina, give me this next slide. Y'all gonna be blown away. Equity Max is where we've shaved 13,000 years off of people's time frames as far as getting out of debt.
Right.
Now I'm trying to see this. Marvin, this young lady, let me see if I can blow this up. She would have been in debt until 2103.
Wow.
By the time you finish with these student loans, and by the time your creditors are done with you, in red, Equity Max shows you she would have had $525,000 in interest paid to the creditors. Oh, Equity Max said, if you do it this way instead, you'll be debt-free in 2 years and 6 months, not 2103.
Right.
$11,000 in interest paid instead of $500,000 in interest paid. Now, a part of Equity Max is called Bill Shredder, and this is near and dear to my heart. I want y'all to see this. These are my personal bills. This is personal, right?
Right.
Bill Shredder has a team of negotiators. I told you, Making Wealth Real is the baby. Here's my baby, 1 year old. Oh, no, 1 year old wouldn't be here, but okay, 6 months old, right? Here's my baby. But our strategic alliances have been doing business 10, 20, 30 years. Brian, we got your bill, ADT bill down $493. Your DirecTV bill, you will save $660. Your Xfinity bill, you will save $276. Marvin, this is what we call income shifting. I got 200 back from Comcast. I got 600 back from DirecTV. I got almost 500 back from ADT.
Right.
Why in the world would a person watch this information? If you notice, I didn't say presentation.
Right. This
ain't a presentation. This an IQ exam.
Right.
Why in the world would a person not want experts in 4 areas to help them clean up their finances?
Right.
Now, let's show them where the money ends up, and let's show them how to make it real quick. Talk a little bit about Wealth Max and how this works. Just the land banking primarily.
Well, the main thing is we have something called a private reserve account, where people actually can now become their own bank. And when you become your own bank, it actually allows you to not have to deal with the downs of the market, but to be able to have a base have a base. But anytime the market goes up, your money goes up with it. And the thing about it, Brian, they say interest is the 8th wonder of the world. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. People miss that. And you talked earlier about those 2 objectives, right? We're talking about current lifestyle is based on what you make right now, but your future lifestyle is based on what you put aside that's going to keep making money. See, people don't want to work, I don't think, until they die. So let's just say you want to retire at 62 or 65, but you plan to live to 80 or 85. What are you going to do for 15 or 20 years? You got to have some money that's working while you sleep. And so the PRA account allows you to have money working for you, be able to put some money to the side and watch it grow literally beyond your wildest dreams. The next thing is something called land banking. Now, people are real big into real estate, but they don't understand it. The Lord God ain't going to build no more land, right? So you can get land in a path of growth. That's the big deal, because you want to be able to put yourself in a situation like we have with MWR in Antelope Valley, California. They call it the next green energy valley. The Olympics are coming to the area in 2028. Warren Buffett has invested out there. Our military is based out there as well. NASA as well. This is a prime location that MWR is giving people a chance to purchase at this, at a kind of like more of a wholesale price, so to speak, that one day you can sell at retail, Brian. And so to be able to put yourself in a situation where your money can work for you, you buy land wholesale, you acquire the deed, and then one day you can sell the land at retail, like our friend and business partner here, Miss Mamie B did as well. People are winning, Brian, because they literally have gone from shifting the income back to them through the cash flow management process, and now because you've minimized those taxes, increase your credit, minimize your debt, now you have a chance to invest and be able to provide for your family forever and ever. And that's the beautiful thing about it, Brian. Adamo said a lot of great things about me, but all the titles I had, Brian, guess what? I couldn't give any of them to my kids. For my business, I can. My son don't benefit at all by his dad being a Hall of Fame golf coach at all. But guess what he benefits from? Being involved in his dad having a PRA account. His dad having land in Antelope Valley, California. He can benefit from that for generations to come. And that's the big deal. How do you make money while you sleep?
Well, guess what, man? I'm going to bring y'all some real heavy hitters tomorrow, but I loaded up some more heavy hitters tonight. I got the screen out the way because I got somebody that's going to summarize everything we just said in one story. This gentleman I got a ton of respect for. He's $1 million residual ring club earner. This gentleman gets the $3,000 car bonus, the highest one you can get. This gentleman was able to fire his boss, and I'm gonna let him tell his story. But man, it's an amazing testament of what the whole Financial Edge membership has done for Mr. Charles Ivory. Charles, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Brian? Man, I'm doing better than amazing. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. People have heard your story, but it's nothing like hearing it from you. What happened during the pandemic, and how did Making Work Real come right on time with these 4 pillars, and how have you taken advantage of all of them?
Man, I tell you, Brian, it's truly amazing. I did not know when I joined this company about a year ago in October that I was going to get laid off in March. And it was kind of depressing, man, because I utilized the max. The first strategy is to adjust the W-4. I had got a $600 pay raise on my job. So I was enjoying that. So in the middle of that, around March, when the pandemic hit, the company that I was working for, I was a government contractor on Fort Stewart, they decided to lay us off for 90 days without pay. But since I was in the business, what I did was I took my part-time business and turned it into a full-time business since I was laid off at home. Now, the amazing part of that, Brian, was that I got laid off in March, saying that I would be able to come back in July. But in June, I started making over $8,000 a month. Okay. Wow. Now you got to realize I was on a job that was making about $35,000 a year. A little over about maybe $2,300 a month. And then 2 months after I get laid off, I started earning $8,000 in this business. Now, in July, Brian, I went from $8,000 to $14,000, and then my boss wanted to call me and tell me to come back to work. I said, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
So you went back and refired them.
Yeah. So I had to go back and refire them, man. I said, I ain't gonna be able to do it, right?
Wow.
So I'm gonna tell you that joining MWR Financial has really been a blessing in my life. Like I said, I maxed out all the maxes. I mean, it's a wonderful program. I was able to get the pay raise for a short amount of time. I increased my credit scores over 800, my wife and I, and my granddaughter, who I think has the best credit max score of them all. She's 19 years old. She joined the military. Well, actually, Brian, she's 20 now. So we've been telling that 19-year-old story for a year. She's actually 20 now. But when she was 19, she had a credit score of 356. And in 2 months, Brian, she went from 356 to 763.
Wow.
And people ask me all the time, how is that possible? And my answer is, I don't know. That's why we have experts. They do all the work. We uploaded her credit scores from the 3 credit bureaus. And then the next thing I know, 1 month later, she came back with a 50 something, 5063. And then the month after that, it was a 763. Amazing testimony. She was able to go out and purchase her own car without a co-signer. You know, we was thankful for that. You know, I was able to take that additional money that I was making, got out of debt. I was able to call myself debt-free, including mortgage. And then in June, you know, when I got the 8,000, I decided to give myself a birthday present, and I went out and bought me a 2020 GMC Sierra. And the thing is, who buys a brand new truck in the middle of a pandemic that got laid off?
Right.
You do. I mean, right? Who buys a brand new truck in the middle of a pandemic when you got laid off? So I was able to do that. When I paid off my mortgage, this is something else that I was really proud of. You know, I paid my mortgage off 16 years early. Now, the good thing about that, which I didn't realize, was that when I paid the home off 16 years early, it saved me over $300,000 in compound interest. Brian, that was way more than what the house had cost me back in 2005. You know, but my savings in compound interest was greater than the purchase of the house. You know, I thought that was truly amazing. I was able to invest in the private reserve account. Once I heard the value of that private reserve account, and it's risk-free. You know, there's no risk of loss, and you can make 8, 10 double-digit returns on it. I was able to transfer my 401k and my IRA seamlessly. You know, the experts did all the work. It didn't cost me any penalties. I didn't have to pay any taxes on it. I was just able to roll it over and get the private reserve account, and also roll over some money to purchase 14 acres of land out there that you was talking about with land banking in Antelope Valley, California. Now, the strategy is, you know, since we started coming up, making all this money, my wife decides she wants to build a new home. So we decided to go out and we bought some lakefront property, and we're going to build a 4,000 square foot home. And the thing is, I'm going to use the land banking to actually pay off that mortgage. You know, I paid off 1 mortgage, but how about paying off 2? You know, so I'm really excited about that. You know, when you purchase the land, you know, it's already in the path to growth. So I'm expecting to have somebody purchase that land from me at retail within the next 8 to 10 years. You know, I can wait. You know, so MWR is just truly amazing. And if anybody that's really watching this thing, man, I am a true living testimony that MWR is really what it stands for, and that's making wealth real.
Right.
Man, Marvin, we can go, man. Everybody, thanks for coming out. And, Charles, you take it from here. But look, man, I'm proud of you, man. Before we just show people, the compensation plan is unbelievable, but it, believe it or not, is second to the cash flow that you created, even if you didn't have a comp plan. Am I right?
Absolutely, Brian.
Guys, I want y'all to understand this real quick before we go. Let's just put this in perspective, Charles. $600 a month from Money Max. Am I right?
That's correct.
Got laid off after getting $600 a month and your tax reduction, but pay increase. Credit score for you and your wife in the 800s. Credit Max. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Granddaughter, who's now 20, went from 300 to 700s, no cosigner, all the way to 800s, 20 years old, no cosigner from mom, grandpa, or grandma. Am I right?
That's correct.
Equity Max saved you $300,000 in interest. We're on the 3rd max. Am I right?
That's correct.
And now you have a private reserve account and the land in Green Energy Valley, California, the next Silicon Valley, and you're purchasing a home on some acreage that you can pay off in half the time as well because of all these principles and your 8,000 plus per month.
Truly amazing. It's unbelievable. I mean, God has a plan for you. That's all I can say. I didn't see this coming. I'm still in awe.
Wow.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate it. We got to keep this thing right at 50 minutes. So watch how fast we show you guys this money because the testimony has been enough. We appreciate it. Marv, you ready to hit it?
Yeah, let's hit it. Go ahead and hit it.
All right, man, you handle the sponsor bonus. I'll do the overrides.
Everything we talked about basically is about the financial ed membership and about introducing people to the business, the opportunity where not only they can deal with their personal finances, but they can share that with other people. The first thing is a sponsor bonus. As you tell people about the opportunity, everybody you tell, $50, $50, $50. As they join and start their own business, the company pays you a $50 sponsor bonus. Then, of course, as Brian says, we start talking about that override bonus. He'll start talking about there's people that you don't know because those people know people that you don't know. We all got friends, you know, your friends are your friends, but your friends got friends as well. As they start sharing this information with other people, church members, fraternity brothers, sorority sisters, etc., those people start joining the business. And when they join the business, guess what? You get an override. So now you get a chance to expand your income through an expansion bonus, and it can create some serious money. And I actually think that Mr. Bean actually has his first month of his first paychecks. I want you all to know, while you look at him now and think about, oh my God, this gentleman is making $30,000, $40,000 a month. He started just like everybody else does. His very first check was like $25 the first day. The next day it went up to $35. Then, because you can't stop another person's excitement, $600, $613, $300, $200. Every single day a check was coming in because of what we call those sponsor and those expansion bonuses. I believe in Mr. Bean's first 30 days in business, he did about $12,000 to $14,000 just by sharing the financial ed membership and letting people know how they can change their financial situation and introducing them to MWR and the experts. Brian, you take it from there.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. Listen, Martina, let me get some eye-to-eye contact. I want people to understand this. Here's what most people are going to do, Mark. Here's what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to hear sponsorship bonus, $50
right,
for new QFDs. They're going to hear override bonuses, anywhere from $10 to $75 on individuals we don't even know. They just saw my screen of 600, 23, 190, 1,300, 780, 400, all these different bonuses. And they're going to make the mistake of forgetting everything Charles Ivory just said because somebody just popped up on their shoulder and said, oh, it's one of those things.
Right.
Oh, I'm not good at sales. Oh, I don't know nobody. Oh, I don't understand pyramids. Oh, is it legal? Everything you just heard right here just went out the window if you're weak. Let me explain something to everybody, Marvin. I want y'all to hear this. You've been taught that when it comes to labor, ask for help. Charles is much bigger than I am. Marvin is much bigger than I am. I've actually been kind of under the weather. I'm actually losing weight, so I'm smaller than I normally am right now. If these guys were here moving this sofa or helping me move this sofa, it makes sense because they're bigger than me, and three of us could get this sofa out of here in no time. It makes sense to ask for leverage when it comes to labor. Do you guys know you've been taught that when it comes to money, do it all yourself?
Wow.
No, we don't make money off other people. Oh, that's one of the things. It's a pyramid. Oh, I don't understand why you got to talk to people. You have to talk to people or let us do it because leverage is the key to wealth.
Right.
You've been taught to lift and create labor with leverage, but you haven't been taught that the same lifting principle happens when it comes to creating wealth with leverage.
Right.
Guys, let me tell you something. Work and wealth are not synonymous. I know a lot of people that are wealthy that don't work. They worked at some point, but they don't work today. And I know a lot of people that work that are not wealthy. Whatever you do before we go, don't let the sponsorship bonus, the leadership bonuses, here's the car bonus. And you'll see Mr. Ivory here on the screen here. This is Junior Kier Spates from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. He's at the $500 level on his way to $1,250. This is Quanta Sims. She's at the $1,250 level right now. This is who you just heard from, Charles Ivory. He's at the $3,000 level right now. Don't let all this fun and all these bonuses go to waste because you don't understand one wealth principle called what? Leverage.
Leverage. That's right.
And until I learned that wealth principle, I was on my job. I would have been on my job another 40 years. The minute I learned that, I make more now in a day than I did every 2 weeks working. And Marvin, I was a banker.
Wow.
So,
Brian, can I say one thing though?
of course.
Everybody who's on the phone and listening this evening to the presentation, think about the people that you think are wealthy. They made their money through leverage.
That's right.
Beyonce don't make money because she sings a song. She makes money because a lot of people buy her song. LeBron James just got an $85 million. He's making that money not because the Lakers can pay him. The Lakers can pay him because they have TV rights. People are watching the Lakers on TV. Bill Gates and Microsoft, all of these companies, they provided a product or service, but they make money because a lot of people are using the service.
That's right.
That's the key. So even when we're looking at these things like Netflix, for example, and a Dave Chappelle, he's making money because Netflix knows that there will be millions of people that will watch it, and that's how they can pay Dave Chappelle, but they pay him.
That's right.
So everybody makes money off of leverage, except for the people listening who have that attitude of, "No, I got to make my own money." No, you don't. You don't.
So listen, we're going to get out of here on this note. Martin, you can take the slide down for me. I'm going to show you guys something, a personal testimony, since we share stories. A lot of people don't know, when people didn't believe in me, I keep everything. I love people that don't believe in me. So I used to work at the bank. This used to be called Nations Bank before it was Bank of America. Y'all see my gross was $1,333.
Wow.
My take home back in 97 was $975, Marvin, every 2 weeks. My gross was $1,300. This is before it was Bank of America today. Back in 97, I was making $975 every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Because I changed my mindset, I make that now every day.
Wow.
See, what people miss is today 500 came in, yesterday 500 came in. The day before 500 came in, the day before 500 came in. I make more in 2 days than I did in 2 weeks.
Wow.
It's not me, it's leverage. Marvin, this check was with my own efforts. This check is with thousands of people's efforts.
Right.
All for $4 a day, $228 one time, and $119 per month.
Right.
Guys, tomorrow, when I come back, I'm going to show you guys a real picture of a pie and how you can start shifting your finances using Making Wealth Real. I'm going to show you how most Americans look tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how you'll look after joining this company. Marvin, you are a great host, man. I appreciate being your co-host. Let them know what they need to do, the 3 kinds of people, and I'll see them tomorrow, and I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Brian, thank you so much for being my co-host. There's 3 types of people to see this presentation. Number 3 says, thanks but no thanks. They're not interested in the opportunity. But here's the deal. If you saw something tonight that makes sense to you, please share it with somebody else. We really would appreciate you giving a referral to somebody who can change their financial situation with this information. Number 2 says, I want that financial ed membership. For $79.97 startup and $79.97 a month, you can have your own financial ed membership and let the experts go to work for you. Then there's a number 1, a person that says, I want it all. I want the financial ed membership, but I want everything else that comes with it. I want to know how to not only minimize my taxes, increase my credit, eliminate my debt, and get that wealth max going. I want to know how I can build a team, how I can share this with other people, how I can get paid daily, 10 different ways, daily, weekly, and monthly. Text the person that invited you right now and let them know whether you're a 2 or a 1. Whether you are a 2 or 1, Text them right now. Say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to change my life in 2021. In the next 20 days, you guys don't want to miss a presentation. Be here tomorrow night for the #1 money earner in the company, Mr. Brian N. Bean. And I'm telling you right now, you do what you need to do. You follow our system. You follow our training. We will see you not only at the beaches of the world, we're going to see you over the top. God bless you. Good night. Thanks so much for you all being here.